Okay, so today we're going to be talking words into math. So we're going to be identifying some key terms that you'll be able to identify when you are writing expressions into words or words into expressions. So the first thing we're going to fill out is all the words that relate to addition. And we're going to write them in the plus sign so we know those relate to addition. So we have sum is going to be, of course, the answer to an addition problem. We can write plus, total, more than, increased by, and of course add. So these are the words that tell us that we are going to be adding or it's a addition problem. Okay? The next one we're going to talk about is words for subtraction. So obviously the answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. We also can say subtract is a keyword, minus, decreased by. Okay, and then we have what's called fewer than and less than. And I'm putting those under subtraction, but I'm putting them right here because these are really those turnaround words that you have to watch out for. Okay? That's words. Turnaround words, and I will tell you that in class more particularly. So basically, if I wanted to say, for an example, if I wanted to say 5 less than 8, 5 less than 8, I don't want to write 5 minus 8 because that's not what I would mean. So what I meant was, because it's a turnaround word, you would write 8 minus 5. So 5 is less than 8. Okay? So if you have fewer than or less than, you need to make sure that you're putting the numbers in the right order. Okay, when you're putting the expression. So that's subtraction. And then we have multiplication. So words for multiplication. The answer to a multiplication problem is product. Of course, of the little word of is multiplication, means multiplication. Multiplied by twice. If it's twice something, that means multiplying by 2. We have triple. That means multiply by 3. Times. And double. Double means multiply by 2. Okay? So those are all your multiplication words. As far as division goes, okay, obviously the answer to a division problem is a quotient. The quotient of divided by, okay, half. That means you're dividing by 2. Half of, you're dividing by 2. So I'll just go ahead and put that there. Divide by 2. And I'm going to put divided into. If a number would be divided into something. So this one, you have to be careful. If I were to say, for example, 5 divided into, this is divided into 10, okay? You would have to write, put over here, you wouldn't write 5 divided by, that's 5 divided by 10, okay? You would write 10 divided by 5, okay? Or think about the box, which would be 5 into 10, right? So divided into is one of those words, again, is kind of like a turnaround word. You got to pay attention to which number comes first, okay? And then we have equals. The equal sign means we also can say same as, equals, is, okay? Those mean the equal sign. And the last thing we're going to talk about, if you have parentheses. So if you have parentheses around terms, then you would say the quantity of. So anything inside the parentheses would be a quantity, okay? Like this, for example, x minus 5 would be a quantity. Anything inside the parentheses. Some other words would say twice the sum of, okay? So that would be twice, and then you would write something. The sum means plus, and then you would have a term in there, 2 terms in there. So the twice the sum of, let's just say sum of x and y, okay? Another example is times the difference of, and so that would mean that you're multiply times the difference of x from a variable minus 2. So that's just an example. Multiply times the difference of, okay, plus the difference of, okay, so again, you would have a plus sign, and then plus the difference of will be in your parentheses. So if I set n minus 8, for example, so plus the difference of, okay? So far, to get you familiar with, because in class we're actually going to identify and translate expressions into words and put words into expressions. So again, we're translating words to math and math into words. So coming into class, you'll be able to be familiar with the terms associated with multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division, as well as how do you know if it's a quantity inside of the parentheses. Okay?